This is called breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. This is called breaking news, a term which I think is used far too often, but this certainly qualifies. Could it be that justice might be around the corner at long last? I ask you, dear friends, has justice arrived? After years of deception, years of unmitigated arrogance, years of smirking television interviews, and you can smell it that way any way you want, and sanctimonious book tours, James Lurch Comey now stands before the American people, not as some righteous arbiter of law, but as a defendant indicted on 2 felony counts. 2 felony counts, ladies and gentlemen, at long last. At long last. Do you think that maybe, just maybe, there might be this thing called justice? Do you think that maybe what we have been waiting for the longest time might finally be coming true? Do you feel that maybe, just maybe, we have a chance to exact the same type of pain and discomfort that was sent and directed towards us and our great president, Donald John Trump? 2 felony counts, making false statements to Congress, obstruction of a congressional proceeding. This is not speculation, my friends. This is not rumor. This is a federal grand jury handing down charges that cut to the very heart of accountability in this country. Are you happy? Do you feel in some way the smell, the sniff, the hint of vindication? Say it. Say it. Say it. Exalt, scream, yell from the highest pillar. Say it. Sound on high. Say it. How long have you been waiting for this? How long have you been black-pilled by everybody saying, you don't understand. There never will be justice. And I plead guilty because I gave up hope. I gave up hope. Anybody. But who knows? Maybe Hillary next. Maybe Brendan. Maybe Clapper. Who knows where this is going? Bolton. This is incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, think about the magnitude of this. Do you understand? Think about it. Come forward. Say it loud. Say it as loud as you can. The man who styled himself as the guardian of the FBI, the face of integrity, the supposed last honest man in Washington, is now accused of lying under oath, and obstructing the very body, ladies and gentlemen, my friends, that oversees our democracy. When James Comey testified before Congress in 2020 about Crossfire Hurricane, he claimed he never authorized anyone at the FBI to be an anonymous source. That claim, dear friend, prosecutors say, was false. And when Congress tried to uncover the truth about how the Trump-Russia hoax was manufactured, James Comey, now alleged to have obstructed that oversight himself. Stand up, say it loud, say it. Give me a word that describes your feeling now. If you've never ever weighed in, say it. Say it. Write your words. Put it in writing. Say something. Be a part of this collective forum. How long have you been told to just lump it? How long, when they came after our president, did you say, oh, shut up? Nobody's above the law. Nobody. And they laughed and they howled in delight and howled in glee. Say it. Say it, Dr. Sniff-Salat. Finally, arrogance. Say it. Say it. For years, the American people have lived under the shadow of Russiagate, this grand lie designed to cripple Donald Trump's presidency. Unfounded, never proven. To cripple it before it could even begin. They called it an investigation, but in reality, it was a setup, a witch hunt, a weaponization of federal power to delegitimize the duly elected president of the United States. And who was behind all this? Hillary Clinton. Don't ever let that get past you, my friends. Hillary Clinton. Oh, she's been laughing at you. Yeah, no, not me. You. She don't need no stinking laws. You don't understand this. She's above the law. She doesn't have to worry about this. Who do you think you are? You with your precious laws, your sense of justice. Don't make me laugh. James Comey was at the center of it. He opened Crossfire Hurricane. He approved surveillance. He leaked. He lied. He played the media like a fiddle because he figured nothing would happen to me. I'm a member of the cool kids. I'm somehow Kevlar and I'm bulletproof. You don't have to worry about it. I'm special. I'm James Comey. I'm different. We're the good guys. They're the bad guys. We're the white hats. Wrong. And now finally, my friends, the reckoning. The reckoning. Now let me stop for 1 second, my friend. I want you to come forward. I want you to say this. I want you to use a word to say to be happy, because you have had very little to be happy about. You have had very, very little to worry about. Very, very little to be thrilled about or happy. But now it's time. But I want to take this opportunity because your response lately has indicated to me that something is coming up. Something is happening. Something that you think, uh-oh. And I've been trying to figure it out, whether it's a civil war. Think about this. If I told you, what are they planning? Civil war, false flag strikes, supply chain collapses, domestic terrorism, lockdowns, freakouts, blackouts, BLM, EMP, Antifa, Trans-Tifa, riots, insurrections. Shall I go on? Anything I've left out? Anything beyond the realm of possibility? It's not some theoretical nightmare. It's reality. And the systems, the systems that we trusted, that you planned on to remain in order, to maintain order, are crumbling by design on time right before you. 1 week without food and you'll learn fast, my friends. Cash, cards, Bitcoin, even gold won't feed your family. Survival isn't theory. It's primal, primordial, primeval, instinctual, evolutionary. It's atavistic, hardwired. Food, water, energy, ammo. That's it. Sounds pretty rough, doesn't it? Goddamn right it's rough. That's the name of the game. And that's why My Patriot Supply's 3-month food kit matters. It's the best. You can't replicate this anywhere. This ain't banana chips and jerky, my friends. Over 2,000 calories a day, 22 meal varieties, a shelf life of up to 25 years. And right now, you get 4 weeks free. I don't know how long this is going to last. So I mean it. I'm not just saying that. They don't tell me. Now's the time to do it. Now, lock this in, a $247 bonus. The world has changed. Hunger is the oldest weapon of control. Don't wait for disaster to prove it. Preparation isn't paranoia, it's survival. Click the link in the description here on our YouTube channel, preparewithlionel.com. Secure your food, protect your family, and secure your future. Now, while there's time. No one's going to force you to do this. Nothing mandatory. Reality will, though. Preparewithlionel.com. Go there now. Forgive me if I'm elated. Forgive me if I'm elated. Forgive me. Forgive me if I'm happy that there's justice. That maybe there's a hint. Maybe there's an inkling. Maybe there's an ort, an atom, some granular indicium, if you will. I've been sitting around like you for the longest time saying, when in the name of God will anything happen? When will this finally happen? When? Somebody, anybody. It's the most incredible thing in the world. And Crossfire Hurricane, this Russia lunacy, this is one of the reasons. And by the way, don't think for a moment this doesn't play into what's happening in terms of the UN. This crazy Russophobia lunacy. Let me tell you something, my friends. It is incredible. For years, you wonderful, brave American people, and to all of our brothers and sisters around the world, you have lived under the shadow of Russiagate. This was, understand this, let me say this again, a grand lie designed, composed, organized, structured to cripple your president, Donald Trump. It doesn't get as insurrection as this. This is sedition. You want to call it treason and all that? I'll let you. You call it whatever you want. It wasn't designed to cripple President Trump's presidency before it could even begin. They called it an investigation, but in reality, it was a setup, a witch hunt. the weaponization of federal power yet again to delegitimize the duly elected president of the United States. This is third world stuff. This is banana republic stuff. This is incredible. And Comey was at the heart of it. He was at the center of it. He opened Crossfire Hurricane. He approved surveillance. He leaked. He lied. He played the media like a fiddle. And now, finally, the reckoning. Are you happy? Are you happy? Attorney General Pam Bondi, who, by the way, needs this. She needs something, a win, anything. She summed it up beautifully with clarity. No one is above the law. Go to my X channel. Go to my Twitter. I keep calling it Twitter. And look at how many people in the past said no one's above the law, no one's above the law, no one's above the law. Kash Patel, the current FBI director, said the Bureau is reclaiming trust after years of weaponized leadership. Do you understand this? Are you happy yet? These are not empty statements, my friends. These are declarations that the era of untouchables, the era of the deep state protected class, may be ending. Under President Donald J. Trump's second term, the promise, the sworn pledge of draining the swamp is no longer rhetoric. It's happening in real time right now before us. Trump himself reacted with the force of truth. He called Comey one of the worst human beings this country has ever been exposed to. And he's right. He's right. For years, the media glorified Comey as some kind of resistance hero, the tall, gargantuan, lurch-like lawman who would protect the republic from Trump. Utter, unmitigated bullshit. Say it. In reality, Comey was the putrescence, the rot, the infection inside the system. He was it, ground zero, using the FBI to settle political scores. The indictment is not just a legal blow, it is a moral blow to everything the radical left and their allies in the intelligence community have tried to sell to the American people. Say it. Say it. It's popcorn time, my friend. Oh, it's going to get good. And Uncle Lenny's going to be there with you. I'm going to take you right through this. Oh, yes. You see, Comey, of course, is playing the martyr. On Instagram, he whined and cried and whimpered and simpered and just this little this imprisoned little twit. He whined about standing up to Trump and claimed he and his family have paid the price for courage. Don't make me sick. Even our friend Crazy Dick, the Dickster, says right now, he says, when they admit there was an ops on January 6th, then there will be justification. That's next, my friend. That's next. I'm telling you now, we've got to be patient, Dickie. Be patient. James Comey, thank you, good sir. Thank you for your kindness. James Comey. Oh, James Comey. He insisted he's innocent and wants his day in court. You got your day in court. But let's be clear. This is not courage. This is not principle. This is a man clinging to his last shred of narrative power as the walls close in. And don't forget, you've got a system, you've got a federal system, you've got a lifetime tenure of judges who would love nothing more than to grease the skids for his acquittal. Don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself. Remember, the word was out, lawfare for thee, not for me. James Comey is not a hero. He's a liar. A liar who finally got caught. And this is bigger than Comey. They're reporting now that John Brennan, former CIA director, is also under criminal investigation. Think about that. Two of the most powerful sleaze bags in the so-called intel community, the architects of the Trump-Russia hoax, now facing potential legal consequences. Oh, Almost. Pinch me. For years, my friend, for years, patriots said this was a setup, that the FBI and CIA were used as political weapons. And for years, the media mocked us as, oh, you know it. That's right, conspiracy theorists. That's right. Well, the conspiracy has collapsed, my friend. The theory is fact. Mueller's investigation in 2019 found no collusion, no conspiracy, no criminal coordination between Trump and Russia. None. Durham's investigation, remember him? Found the FBI ignored warnings that Hillary Clinton's campaign was feeding disinformation into the system to frame Trump. What do these people need for an indictment? Warnings? And yet, James Comey strutted across the stage like some goon above reproach. Well, today the law has stripped him of that costume that he wore. It's a glorious day, my friend. The case is being prosecuted in the Eastern District of Virginia, and that detail matters. It is the home turf for serious national security cases, the place where espionage, corruption, and federal misconduct are historically and have been historically confronted. And the timing matters, too, because the statute of limitations was about to expire. For 5 years, this cloud hung over Washington. For 5 years, skeptics wondered if justice would ever arrive. And just before the deadline, it has. That is providence. That is justice. That is timing that speaks to the hand of history. Do you understand this? This is not just about punishing a corrupt bureaucrat. This is about restoring faith. For millions of Americans, millions, me, you, all of us included, we began to lose confidence in the system, in what we thought was this wonderful system that we were so proud of. We wondered if the swamp was too deep. We wondered if the double standards were too entrenched, too permanent, if elites would simply just break the law without consequence, while ordinary citizens like you and me faced the hammer, the sledgehammer of justice. The indictment of James Comey is a turning point. It is proof that maybe, just maybe, this country can still correct itself. Maybe. Trump promised us from day one to drain the swamp. The media laughed. The Democrats raged. They said, they howled. No, you don't. Orange man. You're a buffoon, an oaf. The deep state entrenched. Let me tell you something. Pam Bondi, I was losing, and all of us were losing faith in the Department of Justice. That Epstein fiat, I'm not going to go through this again, but you know what we've been going through. But tonight, my friends, we can say without hesitation that President Trump's vision is coming to pass. The man who fired James Comey back in 2017 knew exactly what he was doing. He was patient. He could smell the corruption. He recognized the arrogance, and he took action. And for that, they tried to destroy him. They launched Russiagate, impeachment, endless investigations. And yet, here we are. Trump back in the White House, Comey under indictment, Brennan under investigation. I want to see Hillary. I want to see Bolton. I want to see Clapper. I want to see them all. The swamp is in retreat. Can you hear the swirling sound? It's being drained. This is vindication. Say it. This is the exoneration of everything. The exoneration of everything, by the way, my friend, that Trump has been saying from day one. That the Russia hoax was a lie. That the FBI leadership was corrupt. That justice would eventually catch up. The man they mocked. The man they tried to ruin. The man they tried to silence. That man is now the man, the president, presiding over the greatest reckoning in modern political history. Oh, they say paybacks are hell. They had this in mind. So yes, my friend, let us rejoice. Let you rejoice. Let us exult. Let us shout from the rooftops that justice has finally been served. We're not done yet. The American people have been waiting nearly a decade. a decade for accountability. And now we see the first apparent cracks in the deep state fortress, the shadow government. James Comey indicted, Brennan under investigation, and President Donald J. Trump standing tall, delivering on his promise to restore this nation. Don't let this woman. That's why I had to jump on right now. I was preparing for the overnight for the radio show, but this was too important. We had to meet. This is not the end, my friend. This is the beginning. The floodgates are opening. And to every American who doubted, to every patriot who wondered if it was all in vain, hear me clearly. The system is not dead. Justice can still prevail. And tonight, Donald Trump is proven right again. How happy do you feel? Listen to the words. For those of you who might be listening on other particular media, you've got to see what's happening. Eduardo was rejoicing. People are going, they're absolutely going berserk. Say it. For the longest time, we have been wondering what is going on. This is the most important. Let us pay attention. And so many of you still don't know what to do. You're saying, is it real? Is this real? It's real. Is this happening? Yes. Yes, it's happening. Right now, as we speak, we are looking at, theoretically, listen to what I'm saying, the potential for a third, for World War III. Okay? World War III. And if you think that's out of the offing, if you think that's beyond the pale, and one of the reasons is because of this insanity, this putrescence, this idea, this crazy lunacy regarding this anti-Russian, it's like a fetish. It's a fetish. And what fuels that is this. Hillary Clinton's laughing at you. Hillary Clinton is laughing at you. You know that, right? You think I'm exaggerating? She's laughing at you. There's a double, triple standard. She can do whatever she wants. She's Hillary Clinton. You're just some peasant. Who the hell do you think you are? You're gonna go after her? Come on, stop it. Stop it. This is going to be all we need is one moment, one person, one, anything. We have been waiting for this. And I, like you, have been absolutely disgusted. What happened to Epstein? What happened to Charlie Kirk? What happened to Charlie Kirk? There's Big Dickie again. Big Dick from Chi-Town says, you might not remember me from the way back being a Lionel Nation member. I'm kidding. I mentioned an upper decker. The swamp is the flush. The toilet seat is the deep state. The tank is the super state. And someone is always crapping in it. Here. It's Shakespearean in your limpidity, your pellucidity. How you're able to craft a word, craft an idea. You have a gift, my friend. A gift. My friend, I say to you, and I ask you to recognize that we have to always put the pressure on ourselves. And while this is great news, while this is terrific news, and while I want there also to be the idea, this does not, please pledge with me, this is not going to change, this is not going to veer or redirect our concerns, our discussion of Charlie Kirk and what happens. Nobody believes the official story. Do you? Do you? Is there anyone here listening who believes anything, anything, you're not going to want to hear what I have to say about this, because you're going to be shocked. You are going to be shocked. Oh, look at my, can you see this? Look at my Trump pen. Yeah, Trump 2024, save America. Look at my memorabilia. Look at this. Here's my this is my Trump little Christmas ornament I keep right there. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? Huh? Cute. I'm not going to go through this all over the place. Believe me. I don't believe anybody. Forgive me. I've been lied to my whole life. I don't trust anybody. I am so afraid. I know I'm changing the subject. I don't want to do that. I don't want to necessarily do that, but I'm going to tell you right now. There's a part of me that's so very sad. There are people who were so crushed by what happened to Charlie. There should be a full-scale investigation by the federal government to find out who exactly was behind that. Why was the evidence? Why was it so cleaned up? Why was evidence destroyed? Let me ask you a question. Very, very simple question. I'm going to ask you something. You're going to think I'm horrible. There's Eduardo Camilo. Thank you, Eduardo. I'm going to ask you a very simple question. And you're going to think me horrible. You're going to think me terrible. But I've got to ask the question. Do you trust Erica Kirk? It's just a question. Do you, when I say trust her, do you trust her in terms of being able to carry on the message, carry on the momentum, to not be cowed, to not be frightened, to not be in any way interested in maybe kind of putting this behind her, maybe succumbing to the notion of being a widow and a mother? Do you feel that people are watching her? Do you know anything about her? Do you know anything about her background? And remember her beauty pageant? I'm just asking you a question. Her connection with Trump and with just kind of being around, just, does she come across to you as some kind of a babe in the woods? I know people are saying you can't say that. I'm going to say exactly what I'm saying. I've learned one thing. Don't trust anybody. Don't even trust Charlie. When you say trust, you've always got to ask, what's the storyline? How are they compromised? I don't trust anyone. I just have levels of trust. Like I have a mood ring. Like today you're good. Today I feel good about you. But for me to turn my back on you, never. Oh, no. It's the people that you trust the most ever. And some people can find themselves in the position where they give in because of other things. Do you trust anybody? No. Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, Dan Bongino may be sidelined, not because they're corrupt, not because they've been bad off, but maybe they're incompetent. And maybe that's one of the reasons. Did you see this prosecutor that Trump, or that supposedly is running the show against Comey? Another one of these prosecutrix babes, one of these, she was, you know what I mean? There's something about Trump. I'm going to tell you something. You want me to be honest with you? He's got a bad habit of falling for dames. He's the Christy Gnomes, the Carrie Lakes, you know what I mean? The Pam Bondis, the Monica Crowleys. It's like Donnie's girls. There's a picture of them sitting at the U.S. Margot, what's her name? Oh, God, great photographer. But who was the other one too? He has this thing about going for glitz and gloss. He likes Pete Hegseth. What's Pete Hegseth doing? What in the name of God is he doing by calling in? How many generals are there? What? Are you following this? Why does he like Pete? He was on Fox News. Slick, does his push-ups. Bobby Kennedy has absolutely just abandoned me. Tylenol? Are you following this? Do you understand this? Don't ever be naive. Don't ever be naive. Everybody's got a price. Everybody's in it for themselves. And when you get people whose goal in life was never to be a career prosecutor, Pam Bondi's goal was never to be an attorney general. It was ever to be the attorney general. And remember, she and Susie Wiles, remember this, with Ballard out of Florida. Remember who they are. And listen to me when I tell you this. Listen like you've never heard before. We are under a fight right now for truth because there are people who want to talk to you about what's happening in the Middle East. And they are not allowing you to do this. Because they're going to call you anti-Semitic. This is about to explode. You've got a bunch of things going on, my friends. Did you hear the speeches at the UN? It's resounding. It's resounding. We are the only people, the only ones, I think, on the planet, other than with Bibi, who are forging ahead with basically the massacring of human beings for a cause that has nothing to do with us. Do you hear what's going on? You got to wake up. Listen, stand up. Speak your mind. Tell people what you think. Do you okay this? Are you for this? And this Ukraine, this nonsense? Trump is sometimes a genius. Sometimes he's stupid. Sometimes he's brilliant. Sometimes I don't know if he knows what the hell he's doing. Did you hear what he said about Ukraine can pick up the pieces? I don't even know what the hell he's talking. I don't think he knows what he's talking about. I don't think he knows what he's talking about. But in this case, he knows what he's talking about. Don't be complacent. Remember, this is about our republic. It's about our country. It's not about Trump. It's not about the Republicans. It's not about conservatives. It's about our country. Don't let anybody ever get in the way of your children and grandchildren, their future. I'm not letting anybody. I don't trust anybody. You got to perform for me 100% or you're fired. I don't care who you are. Trump, Melania, Vance, anybody. It's very difficult doing what you're doing. Let me explain something to you. There's a lot of moving parts right now, and things change. It's really weird. There's a balance out there. It's like flora and fauna and biota and gut health and gut balance and E. coli versus. I mean, you've got to balance this. People that you think aren't your friend are necessary to balance out others. There is a move right now. There is a move for the collective spirit who's going to be the next generation, the next tier, the A-list of influencers, and I don't want to use it in that term, but in commentators and analysts when it comes to what's going on in the world. Of course, there's Alex, and then there's people like, Tucker, who's making his way in our group. Most people don't know this. Most people think that somehow cable news matters. I don't know why. I'm so goddamn sick of that Jimmy Kimmel stuff. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you. And there's one thing you do. Just one thing you do that worries me. You like people so much. You love them. And you drop your guard. I'm sorry. You like people. And you'll say this, oh, I love somebody. It's like you're a fan. Like you're not a fanboy, but there's an expression here in New York, a star effer. Okay, somebody who, And what happens is you find yourself, oh, I love her. I was talking to somebody the other day, and this is not meant in any way. Candace Owens is very, very talented, but some people like her because she's fun. Fun? Yeah, I love to watch her. She's fun because she goes in and she goes after the truth. And I said, she's going to get her ass handed to her. You don't care, do you? Say, I don't know, as long as I'm having fun. There's a recklessness here. Now, what you have to do is you have to do this. Now, listen to me. You're an adult, okay? You can say, I love their stuff. I watch them all the time. But they're not running the government. They're not in power. They have no power. I mean, they have influence, but they can't control the patterns and the waves and the plight and the focus and the flow of this. This is really tough. We have domestic, we have legal, we have spiritual, we have familial, we have foreign, international relations, foreign, but there is so much to this. It's not even funny. So much to this. I don't know how I can put this into words anymore. I don't know how I can I don't know what the words. I don't know how I can explain this anymore because it's very difficult. But Trump is going to be gone before you know it. We're going to have the next iteration, the next version of our republic. It's not a democracy. You know the routine. It's a republic. And there are people right now who are going to come along and they're going to try to attract you. And you're going to like, do you like me? Oh, I like her. I like her. John Jelaine knows. John says, only the biggest names are compromised. Ah, very good. There are people who are coming along and says, hey, everybody, I'm J.D. Vance. Okay, J.D. I'm cool, right? Yeah. You like me, right? Well, we'll see. I don't like you. We'll see. I'm a little concerned with you and Palantir, but people will say, no, I like him because I like the way he looks. He's handsome or he's built or whatever the hell. I don't know. When Bobby, if you want to lose me, okay, if you want to lose me big time, you show me any 70-year-old man who talks about how many push-ups he can do. And I'm gone. I'm out the door. Okay? I'm out the door. George Catlin Marshall, probably the greatest American ever, was so powerful, so great. The greatest Secretary of State. He helped win. He transformed. He was one of the greatest leaders of all time. Ike. They never did push-ups or pull-ups. No, that's how we are now. They're doing methylene blue and they're doing steroids and all kinds of stuff. And when you see a 7-year-old man with vascular in the arms, stop it. I don't know where we went with this. Or somebody who is Botoxed and spackled with hair extensions, what does this have to do with it? Because entertainment has merged completely. It has merged. We talk about the way people look, the way they sound, and then we all scrum around, if that's a verb, with people that we hate. We spend too much time regarding Kimmel. That was to take your mind off the fact that your beloved Charlie Kirk, that you love so much, was killed. And if you think that this little nondescript punk, this Tyler Robinson with a 100-year-old gun and his gay lover, fuzzy girlfriend, boyfriend, that's the beginning and the end, you haven't followed any of the information. None. I was on the radio last night. Well, this morning, I guess. And I'm so confused. Anyway. And this guy said, well, it was obviously an entrance wound. Why? He says, well, I saw it. I said, what did you see? And the people said, no, I saw this entrance wound. He goes, why do you think that's an entrance wound? Well, because, and they imagined the carotid artery somehow, and in this weird kind of, I don't know what, they came up with this idea of what the carotid artery does or look like, or how it acts, or what it does, and how it pumps blood, and they just overnight became an expert. I'm thinking, oh my God. I used to always think, I said, October the 22nd, 1963. Couldn't happen today. You know why? It couldn't happen today because we have cameras. And then we're smarter. And we're able to tell the difference between reality and fantasy. Nobody believed the Kennedy assassination until even after the Zapruder film, and that was in 77 or something, during the Geraldo Rivera show. Nobody saw the Zapruder film until then. This is not for the weak. This is not for the weak. Listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to me. Be happy about this. But we've only begun. It's not out of the woods. He is going to be going up against, he's going to have great, well-connected, probably pro bono defense lawyers who are going to pull out every stop. You're going to see, oh my, he's going to have the biggest legal team you've ever seen. And the connections in the federal bar, oh my God, with judges and folks who were, this is, it took forever to get rid of his daughter, Maureen Comey. What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for with Hillary? What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? So be happy, but this is just a smidgen of what needs to be done. This is just a smidgen, just a little bit of what it has to be done. An amuse-bouche, as they say. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is just a little morsel. This is not anything in any way approximating the end of this. This is so complicated. So turn off your cable news and dive deep into it, headlong. Learn history. Learn everything. Go to alternative, foreign, and citizen and civilian websites. I still think, and I will tell you right now, and I will say this repeatedly, so far the best is still Alex Jones. Not so much of what he's saying, which is good, but the stuff and the perspective he gives you, nobody does. Next, watch what's happening with Nick Fuentes. Watch. Can you see it? He has been tapped. He is saying things which you're not supposed to like, but he makes impeccable sense. In some cases, there are styles that he has, which he's a young man and he's still trying to get a lot of attention. And I dig it. I think we've all been there. I don't go for that. It's the subtlety. You know what my favorite animals are? I know I'm changing the subject. You know what my favorite animals are? Camouflage. I like animals that blend in. Animals you don't see. Animals that all of a sudden just come out. They're poisonous. You don't know. They have that, what's that little fish that has the archer, not the archer, but it has this one little thing. He opens his mouth and he has this little worm. It's this thing on top of his head. People think it's a worm. He just sits there. And the fish come by and he closes it. I love that. Archer fish that can knock you out of the water. I like camouflage, the monarch butterfly, the viceroy, the coral snake, the king snake. I love it. I love these things that blend in. That's my animal. That's the one you don't pay attention to. Not these garish, loud, look at me ones. No. And there is also a fight right now. There is a fight that is so big. It is so huge regarding the Middle East. And the Middle East is an acceptable means of expression of rephrasing Israel, Palestine, Gaza. They are trying to tell you that this is different. They can say, you can do all your America first when it comes to Ukraine. Go ahead. You can talk about other foreign aid regarding other countries. But if you say something, if you say, excuse me, this is not our fight, number one. Number two, we don't want to sign off anymore on the corners. You don't want to use the word genocide? Fine. I think it's a good idea. Don't use it. It's a word that it slows things down. It may be technically correct under the 1948 treaty, but I wouldn't use it. But it's slow. It's slowing us down big time. We're wasting a lot of money, a lot of firepower on this. And it's not who we are. Every time we do this, we're doing the same thing. This is Vietnam all over again, though we're not there yet. And what this president said regarding Iran, I'm telling you, you don't want to fight with those people. You don't want to do that. Because if you think they're a bunch of ragtag mullahs and, ayatollahs walking around with caftans and funny hats, I ask you to really ask yourself, what does it mean to be an American? What is your philosophy? Does America first mean anything to you, or is that just an expression? Is that like MAGA? MAGA doesn't even mean anything anymore. I don't even think people care. We just use it. MAGA. MAGA is a shorthand for Trump. Do you really want to make America great again? I just want to make it great. I don't even know about it again. I mean, I guess. I know it sounds great. Make America healthy? Seriously. You really have faith in Bobby Kennedy? Seriously. Or are you kidding me? Do you not see what's happening here? That's the biggest bait and switch I've ever seen in my life. They bought somebody off. I don't know what it is. Scared them, spooked them, whatever. Tylenol? So I don't want to throw too many things at you. Don't be caught off guard. But celebrate when something good happens. And this is something good. And Mr. President and General Bondi, everybody else, keep going. Hit them on every side possible. Brennan, Clapper, Hillary, go, go, go. Make them, they won't know what to do. And when they spend that much time on Jimmy Kimmel, that means they got a lot to talk about. I'm going to make them real busy. I love this country. I like what we are, I like our country. I don't stand for the country is us. And the only way that we're going to succeed is if we pay attention to what's going on here. I mean, really pay attention. Don't turn your back on these people, and don't trust anybody. Make sure, ask yourself, do they still have my trust today? Same thing goes with Trump. Don't let him off the hook. Sometimes I think he's lost his mind, and then he'll redeem himself. I don't know. He's a hard one to understand. So, my friends, I thank you. Thank you for spending time with us this evening. Thank you for letting me interrupt your evening. But with Comey being indicted, come on. I want to see that mugshot. I want a perp walk, just like they did to Trump. Just like they did to everybody else, Rudy and everybody else. I want to see that. Like that Fannie Willis did and all these slime buckets. They're next. How come Tiffany Henyard's off the hook? Remember her? Of course not. We have a 2 and 3 double, triple, quadruple standard. It's not fair anymore. We deserve more, or we're going to get it. You understand this? So anyway, focus, stay alert, stay aware. Let me also say, Big Dick, thank you so much, Dickie. Dickie from Chi-Town. Eduardo Camilo, thank you. John Jelaine, thank you for your kindness. And listen to what I'm saying. And I'm going to say this one more time. And you can think this is just some ad. It's up to you. But some serious shite is about to go down. I don't know what. And the first time there's a problem, they're going to shut everything down out of safety. Insurance companies are not going to allow stores to stay in business or stay open. You cannot go a week comfortably, rationally, easily without going to stores. You can't do it. I promise you. Stop challenging me. Stop saying, well, I've got some spaghetti. Stop it. I've got a poll. No, you don't have a poll. You're going to get the poll, all right, but not that. Preparewithlionel.com. Just do yourself a favor. Get your provisions, order it, buy it, and forget it. Remember, water, ammo, energy, and food. That's it. All right, dear friends, have a great and a glorious day. Uncle Lenny reporting for duty. Don't forget tonight, 1 a.m., or actually tomorrow, 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. on 77 WABC. Watch it, 77 WABC. 770 AM, WABC, New York. There's apps galore. You can go to wabcradio.com, or you can go to my pinned page on X. Until then, my friend, remember these wonderful words, these wonderful and great words. Remember, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Dad.